this season on Kerr Fatou. Fatou. Oli.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books and all kinds of printed documents plus items at affordable prices. With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
When we touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
Assalamualaikum baɗigol ngal bisimillahi na Kerr Fatou programme oto ngamin ko kejang aramisa molmi yalon ko ben jibe kan Gambia ni min yalon ko ben Diaspora to comme ka kenya min ro aramisa kam molnati ngafali mi political season leto nalben no makam be minke ka wolon ko Diaspora representatives of the parties soto first nga SO4 team soto. We also had GDC and last week we had the UDP Diaspora team on Kerr Fatou. B akatene seo kubati na NPP la Diaspora deputy secretary soto. So I don't know how this is going to go actually, but yes, that's my uncle. Uncle Lamin, welcome to Kerr Fatou for the first time. Welcome to Kerr Fatou.
Thank you so much, Auntie Fatou, for having me.
Gamcel data, now even better. Enjoy 20% extra data on all Gamcel data bundles. Buy 20 megabytes and get extra 4 megabytes. Buy 50 megabytes and get extra 10 megabytes. Buy 100 megabytes and get extra 20 megabytes. Any amount of Gamcel data bundle you buy, you will receive 20% extra data for free. Dial *302* data amount hash or go to your Yaiborom menu and choose your data bundle now. Gamcel data is fast, lasts longer and very reliable. Gamcel Yaiborom.
Bi kacha be min kela to wolonka Gambian NPP la Diaspora team ujibe Diaspora team ludula muneti and in for what kind of support a body can patiola but the jendinka do what to follow lafta min yin kala by the jendinka do patiola koto follow jumalo Lamin Jawarati apportamento and be munakuto and for a political corner for signing the but first we start with Jawara Lamin Jawarati.
Thank you so much, Auntie Fatou. I'm so grateful and I'm so happy, to be on that platform today. In the first place, of course, Moli Alaman Kadia, Muato Lamero Kadia, just as you said. Lamin Jawara, Wala Muntoti, but normally, officially, I would say Lamin J Jawara. Mulu tabadi kerewanle, and then primary school ke kerewanle. From the nga common entrance ke kerewanle. Right out from primary 6, it was successful to Muslim high school. Nada Muslim high school, ngana all levels ke Muslim high school. And then I scored well from Muslim high school. I was able to get admission at Nusrat High School into 6th form. In those days, all an A levels level carrying admission sort of into Nusrat High School, where A levels can Nusrat le. And then from there, that very June, immediately after my A levels, again I was taken by RVTH as a training pharmacy assistant. I was trained as a pharmacy assistant and worked with RVTH for 2 years. Then Natabo RVTH and traveled, wherein I studied management. I got BSc in business management. Before that, I accounting study, and I have diploma in accounting. And again, I went back to study pharmacy. Almost now, I have diploma in pharmacy. I am married to a very caring, a very beautiful wife, very caring, and of course, with the beautiful name Khadija Sise, and we are blessed with 5 wonderful children.
Thank you very much, Uncle Lamin. I think it's important. You are into business. I know that you're a business person. And Gambia political economy, book business, large political economy. Money draw into politics. Why politics?
I mean, Auntie Fatou, before going into that, I just want to clarify one thing here. Bankudokuo, that should be no exception. For the business or level, for the money, we all have a voice to say. Nakeba doka fako akwaning hakile malu ane moso bol manso na dun na political kon. Dola will see banko mara. So that's why momo nyanta dun na political kon you have to say. Ye council to dame ni me kama kaje. Itabe kungo bela banna mo lele bulu men man kumaya. Womu dalile klinti. But before that, that was the time wato ngam from sort of number business all. I remember me in the political kono when I was going to school. That was in 1996, 94 New School, New Bankota, Sojarolu. Bria Bankota 1994 inata andungaje ko. Banko prior tanka no anyanta talla bullel kono many jarata prior tare kono. In those days, bring day one then me support. I can remember I have a friend in right now in New York by the name Lamin Sound and here fire ka fo ko atale mo di only person ngamel no a Gambian men nana man dunga ebo bring day one me toll for follow ko ko sojaro lo man yana banko mar. So and then bring nata je andunga me expect it all nata na happen. In their 2 years transition ngajala munal kata. So I was all along against them for bring nata e pati yolo kata. Wala kata the worst ngaje ko nyulu mo lalti mo nyanta parele kamal. Since 1996 when I was going to school mfana kafta moluma mende benyul kala la pour yebo banko kam. So ngaje ko me ndundi politiko kono wala nyinte ko banko dunda bulu jawala kono nta fe amanya na tallaw bulo kono. Wala yatna nga politiko start ko. Oto pour ka mol liberate mbele be dunna politiko kono ka mol bandi be non.
So akuma tabake yela background for kada kam to ko itimeta political economy wonin bi tema so saying ngajube why NPP bayri comme yafo e ko ka banko liberate wala dundi political economy imeta political economy I guess imeta political party do kono before NPP for even political do kono for as a person this is the first political party registered minto and why NPP.
Auntie Fatou, just as you said, Ndela first political party was UDP. In fact, I wouldn't say Ndaman joined UDP there. Ndebe mol kono le menu dabe UDP la formation of. Bari hanata dindengole munti in those days, I played a pivotal role, very important role. Purka mol makwe kakuol carried out activities dolke, purka je ko UDP law. What to me, nkaf molenta tata UDP le before UDP a law. What on tol fana be molokon because at that time ngalo na ko patiyo be law kanne anno patiyo nyi Kenya be nyame ngalong ke bal katraje kanki wol kono mo jamal be kono still I could remember them. So for patiyo na to law what UDP ntarta jele before anything else. What on them UDP dingola timu UDP quality ni UDP mo le adati nyola bre 1996.
Oto iko ye kordamin lo ifo ko ngo kordamin lo kabiri 1996 for B mune ya sabu the move from UDP to NPP because I am sure ko Imon just move to go to NPP. Something happened. I know this is not the platform to call base but your transition is important as a politician. You've stated from 1994, actually, you never believed in the government. You have always said, no, I will join the struggle. And you joined the struggle. You've been in opposition for 25 years.
Yes, right.
Why the change of move to another party?
Thank you so much, Auntie Fatou. As the saying goes, every why has a wherefore.
Yeah.
Ntemanke just only a militant or so. I would say I'm an executive member of UDP because I've been a youth coordinator of a particular region for years, not Bank region. I was the youth coordinator. Bring Coalition of Kanyala, I was the youth coordinator. Coalition of Kanyari, I was the youth coordinator. Over how many years? For the Mali problem sort of time or menna, or atolemu, ko yembaile. Lamin Jawara and Ahmed Sar. This was the first announcement, if I could recall, if my memory will serve me well, not Bank region, Yemen followed by from the party. So, and Walayatana be the NPP.
NPP. So, NPP and the UDP, take from my cousins all. So it's been big on normal. But actually, NPP call UDP call move the whole NPP law, if I'm right. The president is a member of the UDP and executive member of the UDP, tell him Secretary General of the NPPT. Smoothing NPP and UDP are different, if you would tell me.
Auntie Fatou, I think NPP and UDP as a party, that will be too long. But for me, as an individual, for instance, nga follow auto, wala minyintiko policy difference. Anu wama kilenti. Fula NPP ni UDP memwila difference day, I would say just yafanyame kosino lamwiti. I believe in one thing in politics today. Womu hakil tubati. More discipline should have been each and every individual's policy in politics. I mean, come on, this is very simple. Itala believe and intala believe man clear man jaranyo sabola back. Amanke problem out baby. At the end of the day, Gambia is winning.
Yeah.
Exactly. So UDP ni NPP ila difference waratale. Ya different sort lando waratale. Nde I understand ko UDP ni NPP memun tema difference de wala mutonyati. To me, NPP believe ta tonyalla. Me ya lonka anyanta kela. UDP ya feel ko manya na kala tonyati o manya na kala. Ina mun na different not.
Tonya, Uncle Lamin, what deep the new cop NPP believe that Tonya, the UDP believe that woman can difference. Can you elaborate on that? Because that is really interesting.
Thank you very much.
What Tonyati and Mune, yeah, can you just elaborate on that?
UDP as a party. Ntebejele bring 1996.
Yeah.
Wadango party yolone. It went to a level that I can tell you, Auntie Fatou, I'm not just bragging. Ntedamma alone for years, UDP la mitinol manke cannot bank region, particularly in regional mitinol. Ndamma ka mitinol sponsor nole single-handedly. Wotongo party yo kanule anumbe wotole fanamba nga kuolon. Nina atatonya la mayor walindi UDP policy law and principles. It was based on the law. UDP ala own law that governs the party. And wakang nga Adam Baro Tombo wala to bring a problem or sort. in 2015, 2016. Birimbe Adam Barrow tombon na major atombon just in isolation katadron kamuta bulola. Nga dalilo la soto muna yatna nga Adam Barrow tombon. But UDP believe tako, this gentleman is honest and more kendolem. So wolbe mala character de Barrow may important ngata nyame mune ni UDP kuyande bari lafta wala lona basically. Biringa mbe nga problem soto in 2015. Solo ning molu fintita. Ala yake ye muta solo ni yo tutaje na kebal fana ajibe kwa nyata la prunga finti na kebal nata finti inata na kebal be muta because to me in those days jamela plan munyene ko naye wala muta abe patio handicap la so therefore he will not face a challenge in the coming election ay wala muta bari ala la plan munyene ko Adam Barrow la wato sita natata congress la Adam Barrow man tombo in isolation ko nga fo nyame congress nga tombo wala according to the constitution of UDP so bring nga tombo karte wala fayta e mo be balurine right now ku man kala anu mol beje akata men nyala anim men contesta aganyeta nga tombo so according to our constitution ninga mo tombo prior party yo lead two-term presidency nyanta wala dila in an event a win. Adam Barrow na the contest in the name of UDP a winter coalition. So to me, muna nyanta kala walem luwa menfo into la karola UDP luwa ko two-term presidency. To me, nti aje ko wala right ngo opportunity di Adam Barrow for fair treatment because ninta munta sonnala. So man ninkol kamen fo ita jambo men lale la made ngoto kana la do tato. Hence nitata sonnala woton kana Adam Barrow fana treat in that way. So nyine yatin nanti aje ko woto kumo men kafo atra diamol metale. Ngaje ko men kana na nata nitata talla ku kam me yalon ka mar right. So wala nan koy tonyale NPP ning UDP kuyandi and to me wo tonya ben tollel bulu. Bari bi politiko diamo kolata wo tonya ben tollel bulu. Adun ni agente politiko to manslanje ntenga feel ko fengo fenni wala mtonya te politiko to mbe wala fala anunta kallala mola so therefore politiko nta mansilan sota jede mfo kumoto because mbuka kuma fo fana mamello. This is the reason Auntie Fatou me nkuyani
but Uncle Lamin
yes.
Adam Barrow came to power in a different circumstance.
Right.
UDP present to the coalition, a coalition of 7 political parties and 1 independent. But coalition ola sa ko minti wolonko momo be nyaton ka yakele 3 years man sayara kena. But even though wo grupo kono loyal fa be siaranjel halifa do wala ne constitutional mala area ti my fighting loyalty and other people from the they have serious law backgrounds. But they decided coalition of it 3 years later. I think there was a reason for it. And UDP, so at this point, do you think Adam Mala Kafuko Adam Nyanta 2-term funkela Nyanta Kela Fenty Nyanta min discussed that because in the first place, when he was coming into power, the agreement was to serve for only 3 years. So why would that be an issue even to a party level, five party of Farala, when he was coming, the agreement was 3 years. That is what a layperson like me and Molmini Alonko, we all saw agreement of meaning. That's what we would think. And majority of Gambians, apart from NPP supporters, Mole I feel like coalition obey. The coalition obey, the government will betray. All the things that they agreed on, they failed. So why would that be an issue between NPP and UDP team? Adam Baroni UDP team, especially from your point of view.
Thank you so much. Very important question. Let's take it into 3 steps. In the first place, I mean, you are trying to help me in answering this question very simply. That coalition obele for sort you meant for more okay. So don't coalition a problem. the first issue nga men discuss walam UDP la problem what. I am trying to tell you that in this point, Hanna Tara, Molbe complain la, UDP as a party, woman fensota be menfola because Ndole Adam Baronata in Silaballa, through I can tell the presidential candidate through na own constitution la. So UDP man fensota be menfola Adam Baroma killing. Now let's go to the coalition. Ite fonla item in ko coalition o mu me a problem or subtle. So it means woman ka Adam mala problem what?
Definitely.
So okay. So what, the coalition has to be blamed for that, not Adama.
But Adama is the leader of that coalition. But Adama is the leader of that coalition.
Very important as the leader of the coalition. Very important.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that that's why, I mean, if I could recall fully, Barack Obama one time said this. Those praying for their leaders to fail are failing themselves. They are part of the failure. Yeah. So as a result, Adama a problem sort of when you come to the coalition, or ninko Adama faulty the coalition, but the whole coalition la problem wala muwati. Adama cannot solve that, even though he has to take responsibility as the leader. That's what I believe in. Fine. But let's come to another point as well. Adama sikayadi coalition. The whole coalition talata munela 3 years. But suame Adama sikayadi coalition la suani munenate ko ning Adama ko 3 years program woni ngabole honola inabe problem settle. Woto fana leader le ko ning Adama fango ko abebola president la after 3 years atafango basula. And you have to understand, as a leader of a nation, you understand that the nation is governed by rules and regulations of that nation. That's the law. If you are the first to violate that law, it means you are spoiling that country.
Constitution of the Gambia, 5 years I will Diaspora, I bury. I run as a president because all my mandate 5 years. But I've said this even during 3 years, 5 years. Look, I believe that Adama should serve 5 years because Allah amanuta luati nyala na 5 years ke wala constitution oti bari. This it was more about aning I mean for mole kabra banko tama loya usuki dabo mantara njiyo ata be jelle Adama le banko tama ku gambe no le gambe sanji sabal kela mbala kurango reglela mbala mano reglela mbala turo reglela. That was the social agreement he had with Gambians. That was no leda. Nilo adabo kaiko nata kaiko no karata Adama si mune maje kabra aje ko nilo adabo titano muna mabai. So why didn't he listen to himself? Why didn't he do what he felt was right? Why listen to Lawyer Dabo? Yes, some people can accept, yes, Lawyer Dabo enabled, but he could have taken the decision by himself and do what was right. Imagine, because 3 years of Aman Luatinya Uncle Lamin, 5 years Aman Luatinya. But would he have maybe a social contract me as a Gambian, no. Wouldn't you think that would have been better? That is just an argument.
Thank you very much. Remember, in your own statement, quote unquote, and Fatou in her own statement that Adam Baronyanta 5 years lesafla. So it means you complied with Adabo that Adam Baronyanta 5 years lesafla. That's the constitution, and that's very right.
But he can also respect the agreement he had stated with the Gambian people. He could have respected that.
Is there that? Be careful. You need to understand that elections are very expensive, and Gambia is a very poor country. Yalong Gambian ol kadiamule always bunenyantakela, but they don't reconcile them with the resources of the nation. Nyinsi kenol. But Kenya be kenol and nyadile is another question. Like I tell you one example, Gambia GBB. Go to agriculture. How many doctors will you find them there? How many PhD holders? But imagine up till today, agriculture be mintole in the Gambia. In addition, how many engineers do we have in Gambia? Antifatu today, look at it. Even a toothpick, Gambia cannot produce it. So Kumo for Anakyo very different. One area. Two, let's come back to the real point, because left the listeners will understand why do I have to bring this example. We are trying to reconcile two things here. Verbal agreement with the population, or agreement with the population. In fact, it is not Adam Barrow's agreement. It is the the coalition's agreement with the population, the Gambian populace. And in the law, I, for one, Adam Barrow tala, just as you said, this is politics. Bring Adama la mol ni Adama bente yaje ko sai nyina be caring andu Adama mu wallela dinne woti wale nyi geta ne Adama la ko sai 5 years old men aliya for wata kenola 3 years old 5 years old be lola anu Adama remember abe party yoleto ni ebo la moluto inin molunte ifana ken zama be lola. So Adama has to accept that ko oto ninna mollel mo I cannot just throw my people because model ko nyinam. And remember, you need to understand that the worst mistake that those people made is that they know very fully well about the constitution. They are well equipped with it. They know it to their fingertip. In fact, you got some of these people who are part and parcel of the people who were part of the drafting of that particular constitution, or in fact, they are among the compilers or whatsoever. But they are key players, key stakeholders in the preparation of that constitution. Now, they turn a blind eye to that constitution, and they know that a country should be governed by the constitution. Then, another thing, don't you think that that is dangerous? Because remember, Adama is not accountable to any agreement but the constitution of the country and the people of the Gambia. I think, basically, to my understanding, we should all agree that the fault is not from Adam Barrow, but the coalition. That one is clear. So, Adam clear in the water. You come to UDP. UDP fana very innocent because UDP la loi même fo nyanta tamand la wala nkonta tamand la wala auto fana constitutional norma je. Wato Adam is totally free of all blames. Momo ka blame lo wrong politically kela miro la for wrong men diate because he ba against kind for one reason or the other for after siram banyin nalaba. But the fact of the matter is that Adam is right. That's why Adam Barrow no.
But now let's talk about the NPP diaspora. What role the NPP diaspora can role play to support the party on the ground? Allah diaspora can role play.
Thank you very much. In fact, mpisal tale bring katanata because mune mpisal indi. One mistake I made because yen sambanya and I'm not the moderator. So as a result, diaspora and molu fange kontondrom antifatu briefly. Diaspora a very important role to play, but nganna mol konton follow, particularly nganna the secretary diaspora anti my monasise, and the whole executive of NPP as well. Then when you come to diaspora, ntolka role men play is very important, but still ngamera labangoton sinnamol konton drong. Until UDP, the NPP diaspora, and when you look at it, for instance, you know, don't mind me much. I'm married to them because we have been there for good 22 years. A name that we have been calling for good 22 years. It's another thing. We have a very important role to play in politics when it comes to diaspora. Baby, even when you go look into our economic system, our economic setup in the country, diaspora plays a very important role, particularly remittance. This is very important. And as a result, they said, where you put your money, that's where you should put your mouth. Diaspora will contribute can Gambia. And then the contribution is very immense, very important. I'm talking without boundaries, diaspora in general. Whether you are UDP, you are whatsoever, all immigrants, Gambian, many Gambian all men be bantala. Be contribute can very well, and the contribution is very important. Ibe school jo kang, ibe molu makwe kang, ibe mol develop kang. I mean, so as a result, what you're saying certainly in politics. So likewise, NPP diaspora, the same thing will fanabo keka you say certainly in politics. When you look at NPP diaspora, ibe contribute can financially, mentally, I mean, in anyhow pour kaje ko NPP etanya.
We will take our first commercial break. Ninata, we'll look at the NPP itself. Almost 50-something days to election. Let's say around 52 days to election.
52 days
NPP Belodula Jumaleto. Nasi President, your polls Bondico, NPP is likely to win. And I saw your people running away with that. But
okay.
How prepared is the NPP? Are you ready? Is the party structures properly positioned to win this election? Ninata. And if Munati Nanta Katrifel Adam, I 5 years to get. I come I Cabrana Takuma no Vigila. I go Kuro Vigila, Felembe Solar Fixed Officer Jam Kuroma Regle. I go to Vigila, to Porto, where there is more defend. Wolu be mo feneti Ninata and Sewol Kacha. Munati
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? E.J Investments is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on E.J Investments. E.J Investments, we are first in properties.
Your taxes, you have to pay.
Look at my sleep. I think I am cheated.
Yes, you are cheated. This is not what they stated on your employment letter.
It's okay. Just give it to me. I think Fatou must explain this better.
Go and see her.
Let me go to our office now. I think I am cheated. Look at my slip. I did not buy PE tax. Why did you deduct it from my salary?
No, Lamin. PE is an acronym which means pay as you earn. Employment income tax is any profit or gain arising from employment. It includes salaries, wages, bonuses, leave pay, overtime, allowances, and commissions. The employer is charged with the responsibility of deducting the tax at source and remit to GRA monthly before or on the 15th of the following month.
Really?
Yes. Any employee who earns incomes from $2,000 and above per month arising from employment in the Gambia is subjected to employment income tax.
But what if my employer deducts my salary and does not pay to GRA?
Then it means your employer is cheating on you and the government. Anytime if detected, your employer will be charged to pay the full amount and you cannot get any document from GRA indicating your tax compliance.
Thank you very much for making me understand. I think from now on, I will be finding out with you to know whether my taxes deducted from the salary are paid to GRA or not. And I will urge every employee to do the same. Thank you very much.
This information is from the Gambia Revenue Authority. For more detailed information about your pay income tax obligations, please visit any of the nearest GRA offices. The Gambia Revenue Authority, collecting revenue for national development.
Sampa
deena
déedéet daf ma yónni woon ma joué ko bii waaw yàlla def mu gañe jàppoon $100,000 la
la ilaha illallah
te yow xam nga ne sama papa dafa amee cardiaque
yow da ngaa dof yow xam nga luy $100,000
am naa ko kay man naa lu ñëw bëggoon nga dimbali
demal na nga def damaa toog rek sama xel mi ne ci yow xam nga bërki démb li daal si benn waay fee waaw ma romb ko rek bërki démb waaw muy yuuxu di tëb ma ni kii lu ko dal ñu ni ma daal ci loto gaming Gambie bi la laal
jar na ko
laal na ci lu di waaw
nga dafa am quarté am kente am tiercé waaw maanaam nag tey jii kente bi la te jackpot bee passé xaalis
kente mooy lan
kente maanaam mooy juróomi fas yi
waaw beneen bi
am na quarté mooy ñeenti fas yi ak tiercé tey nag xaalis bi daa gën a yokk
lu tax
ndax jackpot bële dañ kaa tegaat ci bii maanaam juróomi fas yi boo ko jàppee ci ordre mooy risque nga désordre bi sax day fay bu ma ko jàppoon
yooyu moom noonu la demee da ngay dem rek jiyee
am na lu ma yaakaar
man gis naa seen kii yi kees yu ndaw yi ci biir dëkk bi mais daal dama ni lii moom amul xaalis da nga ciy def sa xaalis
day jël wecce rek sànni ko fa xool jëmbat la la ilaha illallah yow li nga wax ni tey ji bu yàlla dogaloon ma gañe ko lu mu gàtt
fi mu toll nii boo gañe woon $100,000
waaw lu may def
waaw nooy def
xam nga yow sama xarit nga
waaw
damay fexe nga rey say noonu
ci nan
lu mu gàtt $50,000
waay
Cerno woowee ambulance
lan la lu xew ni
sa baay gay dee na
sama papa gay lu ko rey
$100,000 dalaa ne ko boo ma gañaloon si li ma la yónni dama ko koy jox mu daanu ni sama kaw
man waxuma ko mu waxee woon la ko noonu yow la ko waroon informé ndax yow yaa ko gañe jàppoon
Welcome back to part 2 of the show. Comme nga fala nyamin drum, comme na series on Gaminke to talk to the diaspora Gambians, especially party representatives, as to what their parties are doing. 50-something days to election. This is the peak period of campaign. We want to make sure we talk to Gambians about their parties, in a party policies community, what is the agenda that they are selling to the Gambian people. Ila patiol belo la tembeda jumato anim fanam munati na gambe no ninta carte faile la candidate ole Uncle Lamin, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
So maybe focus 50-something days to election. Carte faile theater. Muna NPP la agenda ti. What agenda is the president selling to the Gambians to be re-elected for the next 5 years?
Wonderful, Auntie Fatou. Yalo, mbe murundi last jom 1-2 step back, demanding. Iko bring coalition onata. Nga promisol di Gambian ola nga kumolo fo. In an exam, every student la ambition ka community to score all paper, everything. But any student at certain level, many 45 score, we say they've passed. And so far, until they promise, follow men di kunung. They will give a performance be our rate Adam Barrow's government 75. That's my rating. And
which one? Let's start with them. Which one? Let's start with one by one. Uncle Lamin.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Baruola Carol. Let's start with Baruola Carol.
Thank you very much. In fact,
President Baronata, ako
yes.
Maniboto, abe wuli kilinne, mbasa mbala nang kemoro keme say. Be Maniboto, ita mo businessman. Maniboto abe wuli killing kemoro. President Barola government do, I must say, ye taxo bondi businessman olier. Ko, feo femo foodstuff ye tax bondi so that the ordinary citizen can enjoy that. But up to now, today I was just telling a friend, I think they should just put the tax back so that wokoro na arankeso kono na arankeso masai do ko wala bayri taxo bondi nyaawo nya julola fenkoto ila masandiso to wo matina masandiso da talata ntolia tulo adas tulu poto bi dalasi mo ne fenno marset kununtul ko to mo dala si warawlat sukuro wo nyom balu wo man sone ya Uncle Lamin. And no, I say this, a lot of us will go to the polls based on how we feed our families at home. Am I able to afford that? How many of us are living hand to mouth? So these are all the things, these are all the things, this is what drives people to the polls. So let's start with that, the living condition, Uncle Lamin. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Andy Fatou. A very important question. Unknown to me, these are the type of issues that we need to discuss in politics. But instead, Gambian Nyakatilimene is very different. That's why I felt that our political environment is no longer becoming civilized. Because mantara foka moeko ni nata, if I benyame baba nyame alia benyame border for the that's not important. What can you do for the nation?
Yeah.
And this is the fundamental question, to my understanding, every party should try to answer.
Yeah.
In providing answers to this question, that will give confidence to people either to vote you in or to give us a second mandate. It's a very important question. Fine. Yenyim foko, adambaro yenyim foko, nanata. Mano dabe daming. Antifatu. There is something in economics, always. When we are talking of economic factors, we said holding other factors constant, or all things being equal. Adambaro bina promise dealer wato men na kafoko. Mani bodo be wuli killing abeji la kemesai. Ay nyine je ko power member man sakunda bulu wala minyinti ko. Tax men kala mano kang. Ata adambaro e was banko e was sembo diala le luwa e diala la e bondije na e bondije mano bita 800. Woto adamala right lem prayer from wali. Adum birana atafana ayole fanake. Woto I tonyale tamandi I tonyale for. The promise that he made, he has kept that promise because even you can attest to it.
No, he has not. He has not.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Andy Fatou. Look at what I'm saying. Look at what I'm saying.
You know why he has not?
Just allow me to learn here. Allow me to learn here. I told you, holding other factors constant. Nimani boto be wuli killing, and mansala tax mu 200 leti. Nte be campaign yola nkomo le ko. Ninga nganye tambe man boto kele 800. With the confidence that mansala taxo be dame ningo bonda kamano be kele 800 leti. Nkanyeta ngo taxo bondije. Other factors nata. Manoma nakeno 800. That doesn't mean that. Perfect. That's what I expect from you.
Yeah.
That's what I expected of you. Like what? Antifatu, you know that COVID has just given a whole wall blow on our face.
Yeah.
Nobody expected COVID. And COVID become a complete economic detriment to the world economy, where Gambia is no exception.
True.
For example, just as you said, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Under the Gambian context, everybody knows that I'm a businessman and I'm into business. A full-time businessman for that matter. I would rate myself as a poor guy, I would say. But Niaji be business can, I know business. And whoever knows me, you know I know business.
But you're not a poor.
When you look at it, no, of course, yes. I know how I felt it. The problem is I am feeling for the poor. What they are feeling, I am feeling it. And I know what I'm encountering every day, particularly when I'm here. Especially when you look at it, for instance, into politics, if you have a family who is a player or a stakeholder in politics. So I know what I'm encountering every day. Let's come to one thing. Dunia bela kundi monkana wadi adambarola. Nta kanaja wataimo in certain banko dole come, for instance, in Italy. Tulo dole bejen kasang only €25. When COVID hits the wall, yalo nabi kasang jelala. 35 to €40. Almost 90% increment. Factorial soranta, production of doyata, dulal, more every country can produce a bejita. Gambia is a consuming nation. We are not a producing nation. We are totally dependent on other producers. So as a result, what do you expect? When the supply is low, of course, the price will be high. This is what happens. We're talking of demand and supply here. This is exactly what happens to Gambia, and this is what happens to Adam Barrow. The promise he made during the coalition campaign, of course, at level. We have to be very fair. We have to look into other factors before I blame. And no, a salary for Moli, that salary increase on Akele by 50%. At that time, we more livelihood change. Antifatu, let's come to another thing. During campaign, I menke. Adam Barrow binaja waterman, when you look into education, only one college lebejang. We have a college in Basse. Kunung minimum privilege prukana until that time common entrance we have only four or five high schools in the country. It was very competitive to get to high schools in those days. You find very intelligent students in Kadukoma because they didn't get the requirement into high schools. So fine, of course, to give the devil its due, more kana mo balamola kuo bela. Hanikila ya for more than Hadama di woman come walk on a fengo bela man kalima na amot. Ya jam fanaya katabrana a school kuodol soneyan. Adam Barrow nata, at least he has top up something on that. I college law, I school all Yuruandi. Be neither the University of the Gambia, neither the UTGB. I am telling you, 75 of the administered students in that school, 75% are on government scholarship. Yalo antifadum the laban na men. Mbale fana blame lal.
Juma.
Journalist all.
Nyadi.
Mbuloti lenala.
Nyadi.
Do you know that core 75% of the Gambian students are on government scholarship?
No, UTG? I don't know the numbers. I know a percentage, but one thing I do know. One thing I do know.
I am saying, my point is, I am not here to ask questions. I am here to answer questions. I agree. But my point is, do you know, I'm coming. Do you know that? I'm coming. I will learn. Okay. I am saying, I am here to answer questions, not to ask questions. But sometimes it is important for our listeners to understand what I'm saying. Do you ever know that before this interview, that 75% of the Gambian students at UTG are on government scholarship?
I know one thing. I know that.
Do you know? Do you know, Andy Fatou, that 75%? Yes or no?
No, but no, I'm not going to answer a yes or no answer. Let me answer here. Let me answer.
This question requires only yes or no. Okay. Now let me listen. I'll come back to it.
What I want to say here is,
okay. What do you know about it?
I don't know the percentage, but what I do know is that the number of students that were being sponsored by the former regime is more than the number that this regime is sponsoring at the University of the Gambia. That I do know.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Because you are unable to tell me the number of students being sponsored by the current one.
But I know that because I did have a program with the university program people, and this was the statistics. If you want after
did they tell you that?
Yes, I can furnish you.
That's what they told you.
Yes,
that's what they told you. Okay.
Yes.
For the meantime, let's leave at that, because I don't want to waste more time on that. That I'm trying to tell you now today, because to me, as a journalist, what I will expect of you is you have been there to find out, you know that this is the number that is being sponsored by the current government, or the percentage.
But then
the percentage. And remember, you know that the university is growing. If you have to tell me the university is growing, and if you have to tell me that the number of students that is being sponsored by the former government is more than that of today, I can disagree. I can disagree on that. I can disagree on that because of the simple fact that I know the number is growing. So as a result, even that judgment, I will not agree with it.
Okay, well, I will after the show, I will bring the statistics and I'll put it on this program. But
thank you so much.
Let me say something here.
Right.
What some the NPP supporters, or even some other parties, what people need to understand: journalists are not propaganda for anybody.
I know.
When we do, for example, I hear some people that tell us, you are not saying the president what the president is doing. That is not our role. Our role is to inform our viewers about things that are happening, but we are not propaganda for anybody. So the president has a PR team. He has a PR in State House. He has a state broadcaster. He has militants. That is their role. Our role is to tell our people independent analysis of things that are happening. So when you ask me specific statistics as to what the president is doing on certain areas, I might not know the specifics, but what I will know in context. As a journalist, I'm supposed to be informed. As people that interview people like you, I'm supposed to know things. That's why I know things generally, because these things we're supposed to know. Like you just challenged me. If I don't know the basics about some of these things, I will not be able to answer it. But our role is not to do propaganda for any party or even the government or anybody. But our role is to inform people about the factual things. And I think that is what we're doing. Sometimes some of your militants or even the other party militants will tell you, yendole ñu dé waxal ñun lu baax yuñ def président ñi ngi jangal bu kaafo albuka président la do ko tandi o man ken tola do ko nim président min ke banku di wala mbo folale. But we don't have a role to go into those specifics. That is not our role. So I think that is also important. But now you said this, we will leave to that to the viewers, and I will also bring clarification on that. But now let's go to other areas as well. Or you want to still go on this?
I just want to add something here.
Yeah.
Mune yatina nkal blame ko sometimes alinyanta nyinin karol kala kudo lala, and I want to clarify or qualify certain things here. Yeah. It is very true that among kala joke wati anu momo fana kamira wala ftala drong alia favor or wala mirola doyata kafako alinyanta propaganda kala for other these things. Then it means you people are not nali anytime you are not doing justice to the nation, because Allah made you very powerful. Each and every medium in this country is very powerful. Adu molle kal lamay albe molle sotomen kal lamay. So nalia mol mislead, it means mol be vote wrongly. So this is why you people has to be fair and blunt in whatever you do, which I will commend you guys for that. But I am telling you, Allah findings, to my understanding, I'm not a trained journalist, but I feel Allah findings can mankele. In what sense? If you people, I mean, according to your own system, there is something that you call the message and the messenger.
Yes.
If I want to, am I the right messenger to talk on behalf of, I don't know, Kerr Fatou, even if at all, even if I have the right message? I am not.
No, you're not.
You're not. Exactly, I'm not. But ni amwe ko Kerr Fatou ko teng, in fact, ngamwe Fatula or any of your these things, and the like, or Lamin Cham, everybody will say, look, ngamfonga amwe Kerr Fatou. But in the title of Facebook, wrong, according to Kerr Fatou, they would say, come on, who is this man?
That's what we do. We report on
I'm not the right messenger. But to get the right message, I am saying you go and dig out. Try to know what government is doing. Try to know what oppositions are doing. Of course, it's you people's responsibility to know every development, either negative or positive development in this country, to report it. But Allah newspaper doltada or media household doltada antifatu, they only report most. In fact, or they are happy to report on negative things.
No,
of course, Adam Barola government man perfect that.
Nobody, you know, one thing I always say, you know, just like you said, when you pray for your government to fail, when you pray for your president to fail, you're failing yourself. We are Gambians first before anything. We are Gambians first.
Thank you very much.
We are Gambians first. For example, I tell you, when people tell me, I laugh, because most of the people don't know. My biological people, like my grandfather Sambu Jawara, I fight with him every day. He calls me. You understand?
No, I know.
I tell people, do you know that Alaji Jawara is my uncle? Do you know that Farmata Jawara Munte Bale Konotoleti?
That's what I even want to say. Look,
this I feel like, let me complain. I just feel like most of the politicians in this country, they judge us wrongly. And we have got to the point we have accepted that. I have accepted, and I tell my team, look, don't mind them, because they want us to do their bidding for them. And we will not do anybody's bidding. What they want is, for example, if you go to
Yeah.
my page today, we reported the president commissioned 25 bosses. People from other camps, Kerr Fatou, you are very unprofessional. It's not President Barrow's money. It's this and this and this.
Come on.
They come after us. But last week, when we reported that, my reporters wrote that President Barrow commissioned roads and bridges funded by China.
Yeah.
The presidents came after us insulting, drawing pictures of me, putting on social media. This is how we live. And to think, we hate the presidency or we hate, because people want you to write stories that favors them. And we have got to the point that I always tell my team one thing. Look, we have a role to play in this country. And our role is to inform our viewers. But one thing we should be careful, especially in this political season, kind of think inside violence inside. Because we are Gambians first. But what politicians also want us to do is to do their bidding, and we will not do that. I tell people, if you want, you can call me Kerr UDP, Kerr NPP, Kerr GDC, for all you want. As long as we know the right thing to, we will do that. And this is the problem we have with politicians, Uncle Lamin. They don't understand, even if my father was NPP, they'll call me names. So this is some of the things that we face. But at the end of the day, we understand and we are not bothered by some of those things. But these are the things we face. And I think even if my uncle himself is saying me stuff like this, then it's funny, it's interesting. But that is politics, and everybody expects you to do their bidding. But the thing is, we are just going to play our role, but we don't want to do any bidding for no politician. But we understand that the reason why they also attack us, they want us to be on their side. And we appreciate that. That also shows that we have some value. Because values of a model of side. So we also accept that and move. But if you come to my house, my grandfather and my grandmother,
including your uncle.
So it's interesting.
I just want to us to quote in on that, because just to say something very short. That's true. We are politicians, and we will all make sure that we want to win the hearts and the minds of each and every individual, particularly the journalists or whosoever who is going to sell our agenda and whatsoever and promote our politics, and which is very important. And it's very important that you people know this. But the fact of the matter is, Auntie Fatou, there are certain things. I will leave it at that. Alfananyanta will find out lale. Either hani kukendomeng oppositional kake ali safe. Government kamenke ali safe. Problemo member government bula ali safe. But problemo member oppositional fanabula ali safe. Then ntolta bayela kal blame kafoko almanyinke depending on more mune ntol favor. But one thing is very important is we appealing that you treat us equally, and you be very fair in all your reportings. Because a certain captions here, new will read a funny back.
Uncle. So
and then and these people are calling themselves professionals. And you need to understand that, just as I'm saying, media has a very important role to play. I will not name any media house here. That will not be professional and that will not be ethical. But I am telling you, I personally went to a level that there are media houses, I attack them directly because I know, come on. You can understand, a Gambian will do that.
Uncle, Al media household,
honey, your problem also. Your problem also. I am not saying as a party. I'm talking as an individual, because muna na media household la kusilanya Auntie Fatou. Media is very important, can develop any nation, but they can play a very bad role in bringing about instability in any nation.
But then the parties can also play a role. Do you know that? I have said this, I'm going to say this because I'm talking to you. A few weeks ago, I was in the US. I was not even in the country. I was in the US. My team was out to cover the president's arrival. And one supporter, a major supporter of the president's media team wrote something on his page and said, Kerr Fatou is biased against President Barrow. And I'm calling on the NPP executive, do not invite them to our program. If you invite them, we will physically attack them. I came this week. I'm going to report that. No, that is a threat. You don't threaten people. Because if a president's supporter, somebody who handles the media, the president's media, directly assaults, threatening to assault me and my team. I have over 26 people in my team. And nobody from the NPP can condemn that. This is an assault on a media house. Nobody condemned that. What do you call that?
But let me tell you one thing. Let me come here. Do you know whether they have even seen it? Number one.
That was
everywhere. I didn't see it. I'm
More
not
than
privy to see it.
Everybody saw that.
And I am one, and I don't condone injustice, Antifatou, I can tell you.
Well, I know that if you will be the first person to go to police. So definitely I know that. If somebody assaults me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because no matter what, I will not entertain certain things onto my family members. But I am trying to tell you that, in fact, that is possible to. I don't know the man's position or whatsoever. I can't tell anyway. But that will be very, very unprofessional onto that man's side. But let's come here, Antifatou. This one, I mean, we have to advise. That's my general advice to all media houses.
Yeah.
Try to be fair in whatever you're doing. That will help this nation.
Be rest assured that we at Kerr Fatou, we give everybody fair treatment. We give people fair treatment. We go to people's coverage, and we make sure we report based on what we have. And that's something we will continue to do. And I think that is one of the reasons why also people trust us, people follow us. And even NPP people who always say, when we invite them, they are so happy to come. So you know that Kerr Fatou is
one like me.
and we are fair and balanced. Anyway, we are very fair.
Absolutely. I will welcome that. Antifatou, NPP, like particularly we're talking of NPP Diaspora.
Yeah.
When you look at NPP Diaspora, of course, we all expect that basically like the LCM of what the diaspora people are doing, it will give support to the people back home. And then it's the same thing, NPP Diaspora Fanabe Menkekam. Niaji Bebake, about understand la ko. NPP Diaspora contribution towards the success of the party, come on, is immeasurable. Because currently, among Mebake, we got one of our wonderful guy in America, Musu Drame. I think the NPP Diaspora, NPP party, I mean, mask, detergents, and whatsoever, a lot of things. So every day, whether you know it or not, NPP Diaspora will contribute, can it? Particularly, in fact, today, right now, as I am, shortly before I come to this interview, I have almost 2-3 requests from different parts of the country. They were requesting something from me to support the party, which of course I'm going to do when I'm back. So diaspora contribution or to NPP, definitely I can tell you, is unimaginable. Yalo mole yamadako President Barrow da malabe diaspora sambakang ani malon ko President Barrow ni molele diaspora lo wala fanga diaspora NPP lo malon ko wala NPP samenti ya President Barrow. Yeah.
So a few weeks to election, I always say this: incumbency is something that anybody should look out for. President Barrow is the president, and he has all the resources, he has all the conditions, he has the money, he has the power, he has all the support. But it all coming from NPP ila structural patio mame kabra lota. Structural mold dikitako NPP be pull out no la nyaari ka win ka to patio dol mi ko doy bijam 20 something years, UDP 20 something, 30 years, UDP 25 years, hani GDC mi na kunu the structures all over. How prepared is NPP for the next presidential election? Mimbe Kela just around the corner.
Ati Fatou, I just want to tell you one thing here, certain things here. Yalong, people believe in incumbency, but I don't believe in that much. I'm a liberal man, I think differently. And that I've realized that, to my understanding, the world politics is taking another dimension. So as a result, depending too much on incumbency is not my interest. I don't believe in it. I do not feel like incumbency banke kuti me alonko always monyanta believe la wala la because maninkole kuma kilim foi ko njikitela la sato manyi mire kate too much kelaji ko ka kan na bote kota katinyarol samana so men kuma yata jang wala mnyinti ko ntoliye mune soto anu no mune wafi kam mol bulu be more convinced Munela so that we can be able to win the hearts and the minds of Gambians. And I think a very important tool certainly to do that. In addition, we have a very important product, a very good product, a sellable product to sell. The President Barrow GB, Yala character GB in the first place, because that's where everything starts. The character of the leader, the qualities of a leader.
Yeah.
President Barrow has certain qualities, many of them, they are amazing to me. In the first place, Fadu, I want you to understand one thing. President Barrow la doku tentabulu, amandoku dinna.
Yeah.
Adung, it is very possible that I might not even be interested. But sign, the question should be, why Mba President Barrow support ka?
Why are you supporting?
Thank you. Ndiye banko leki. Ngalonko, ndingul mu European already. But the fact of the matter is, there's no place like home. Remember, Nimona na trakachala Europe, Gambiano, nanin tubabo. Ako tubabo e binte fanamu, nyim banko dingolati. Tubabo kay banko dingwa, kay kumune ke nyim banko dingwa, kay binga passport so, kay tola muwate, bari manke banko dingwa. So that's why nte kafu molieko, wandi banko la kay tola sotoela, a important tale. Nte banko men na passport, soto nketa banko dingwa menti. Ngabdo kuole keje constantly very serious. The whole of Europe nana man single record soto me wrong, a bad record. Ngabdo kuole ko correctly ngakarangol leke ngamen soto nga soto. So as a result, it doesn't mean that sign, but when wabanko ni Gambia malanya. Let's be very fair. I mean, that's one thing about me. I always want to speak my mind. So, ndingolu ngalong kani ya ubanko diya soto, but there is no place like home. So, what ning Gambia beteata, a beteata mbele, hanata ndingul bita wolto, whatsoever. Fondala badingul dantan dingu dam malela. That's it. What a better Gambia, wala muntala empty.
President Barrow,
in the first place, thank you very much. Ntola Africa, in Gambia particularly. Remember, we need to understand one thing. Politics, American politics, Nikoeba practice la Gambia at work. Because we are people of different culture, different standard, different background and the like. Likewise, Gambian politics, Nikoeba practice la in England at a work. So as a result, mbekuelel gibe la factual men katina moka mokanu factual men yatin ntola Africa on tola Gambia mo keta good leader in the first place aladino. Adama de wenyanta dina lala. Being a good Christian or a good Muslim, I'm trying to be very liberal here. I'm not trying to be conservative, saying, look, Muslim will dama, no. Because bring ale Muslim will ning Christian will then the Gambia lanti aje ko mo bele right to kabanko mara. Muslim bankol tarta jele moli yemare manke Muslim wolti ye maraku. Ne Tanzania jibe man statistic ni long, but I think Tanzania Muslim was Seattle very well and Muslim can do bejele. But Makafuli be marakal. Currently, after Makafuli, the current woman is a Muslim. So what a Muslim ya mankumaya jang, Muslim ya balia mankumaya jang, mune kumaya tajawala mo kendeyat. So as a result, bring in the first place, nduila kendeyat lonno la fongela dino no. Nim Cristiano la mbela Cristiano ya jibele, nim Muslim wala mbela Muslim ya jibele, President Barrow dinatal. Anu wamu kumaleta hadama dingo janni ba fala mo mayenyan tawolonal, President Barrow dinatal. Akatonyafo atilinta. Bari ala tilingo ko fana proof was very simple. President Baro ala dino hannim bita be bengola. Nkatra bengola dulal to President Baro ka bengo kunta eta salon. Nkatra silo kan IG ya dun dulal to ay sali. So mo mabula wala. Afangola miro wala kabula la. Hannal nabe siring. Nim salwato sita. Mota mamandila. So woto dino la karola a very good quality strategy. Nana man President Baro ja adama di wala hidi fenna bay. Akatonya. Fula sabanjang President Baro tilin. UDP nga na kodo dum President Baro bulu amartan na kodo la nana man chocho moy fana ala kodo keje. Wata wa fana ya proof le kwa tilintal. So as a result, adoyata nyawnyaranding nko sanji kelem fula lambarin nasitala. Su kelem ko. So hadama di wakalon kudantanal katne yalo. Kodi kuo. Alnaisi. Ina etama. So men President Baro tamata ni wol fana kachata. Kuma kendo e wala fanyala kuo. Ni nata woto e bota woto sai ngata la ke kuol ta men ke banko kam. 5 years abe banko marala.
Yeah.
Wo 5 years ay kulel ke men yalon ka jarsa pour moya jibe. Because every district nte along in Gambia nte hakilo e memma region te kerim President Baro la development ota dame banko kan abon all the administrative regions dawa dala la development obeje ite dila kilim fono lañu
ay muneke entol West Coast ngole combo ay muneke combo
ay menke West Coast do ko folota tolle liyako
munebije mo
West Coast ni ajibe hani that route from Sukuta Jammanjeli Road. Mbe pipeol sarin kam pour jiola. Nga sila jelle do ku West Coast kono. Even Sukuta Latri Kunda Highway nyolo be nyadile Kolole Road nyolo and all that not conference hall da mama how many million let. Suk at West Coast. Altol data jenyina altol da hanyala ku mofola. Say think of every region Mbala development of Fulege me alonka is millions. The Sadawda Kairaba conference hall, Wamal Talt. Ngata any region ite femfo, mbe memfulege bamwelal. So what the President Barola do kuwe ya wafile katake. Nga mo kendo soto, adaji ko nyata, ay doku kendo ke banko kang, watala do kuwe ya wafile. Look at the developments that we are making in terms of education. For instance, ngaje mala briefly manaje. Nga karambun jellali upgrade. Nga karambun jellali law. Nga karambun jellali lafa. Classroom jellali lafa karambun. Nga college law. University felemba construction. Almost at finishing point. So education we've done tremendously in that. Before, since independent, one college. Be mol katra LRR yata college. Well, dole askeno ita college education attain la ning ayata college mantra LRR because imam mo soto bita me at the same time fana handi mo soto it will be difficult pro mo yajo or state lala and all that not. Come and tolbe ta kan high school time all men. Ni bota woto sai ngata agriculture. Power tillal mentalata nyum banko kan mammo kumba. Tractol mentalata mammo kumba. Let's come to infrastructure. Currently, ngam refo nga fanyela mol sen janale. Ibodana reporting. I mean, kabrijol yele. Ka silol deda. I mean, come on, it's true. President Barrow didn't do all. But there is no perfect human being in this world. This is what I believe in. And secondly, to add something to that, because wolbe na preparation let kaita ni mo lako na leng ale kanwa din na for next 5 years mba kala nyama la ndumbe banko do kula la betea because already mo me konton dila nga sima odila ay nga dasa mo nga konton dila andi faado nin ko mbe sima odila re ba expect la ko ya yul beto nya fala la because ye fulla din na la folo already so nyina kata Gambian only and at the same time imagine anti faatu let's nkana cooking under it increasing the salaries of Gambians 50%. Since the founding of this country, since independence, 52 good years, Kamula salary increased by 50%. Definitely, it's no small thing. 50% increasement.
Uncle,
That increment alone is something.
Uncle, Basila, Ninja salary mo wuli flat yake wuli lulti. Man bozo mono wuli kilindi man bozo da wuli flat sai. Ona
Anti Fatou ni mani boto ngani ansale ngaje ko albe murundi kananji ko we understand ko for instance
understand. Perfectly understand. But
okay, and you want our audience to understand. Ko in economics there is something. There is an assumption that we say holding other factors constant. Adam Barrow Brianata, I think I tax bondi all food commodities. Look, Ntangamira Gambia sila nyanta mediamula wala attitudinal change.
Yeah.
Attitudinal change. What are Gambians doing? Hani yemol diamu ibafala banko beteng Adam Barrow man femfo banko beteng Adam Barrow man femfo Adam nyanta menkela nayo okay, it is the right and the responsibilities of Gambians to play their role as well. Item business lalte Adam ko nga tax bond on food commodities. What are you waiting to play your role? Adam ya attack ite kamne botu. Ite fanele fengol data la because he alone ne ko fenne botaje. Wakumayata. Anti Fatou, let's look into one thing, for instance. Near Gambia GB, we need complete attitudinal change. Is Gambia noje, ntol found la suol kono. Nka foe ko, karebe doku wala nyindula karl. Bari, he, nyindula nyindoku dula bedade ka kumaje. Memang kala salary. Mbe wala. O moye na doku wala, in 2 years, wameta Gambia, nyimanke kwa Adam Barrow government la wadatit. In 2 years, I caught that sang, I moto sang, I fenko sang. And you are happy about that. Eh? Na brother nyola do could lie on, na brother is doing good. I motor sang, I think sang. Atra nite funga yalon ka kwete mako. Ila brother o motor ni o family men be sang amanka la salary. And da kwete Gambian ol fana mako men fana yalon ko sinyola amanka la salary. Ayabo ne min don nakodor. Ntinga mera Gambian ol funga e fan change because nimman change hanning ngamum leader le tombong anyakili munya. Anyakili munya amade. Bibi lala for instance ni suspect mole ko ha ni corrupt talent ndada nga arrest ibe muna fala sa fa na be ke kan dictator
yeah
adu ninga the same Gambians bula pour ya investigate wala ka femuta o mari bulu ita tonya fintindel. Let's stop blaming our leaders. Alinga find out mom fangol la fault de dame iko Niya wajibe ntolbe nyadile, how confident are we come win la?
Ha. Katunia yengali nkawala. Yalong ali alliance and kununko ane APRC. But as I'm speaking to you, President Jame is not in support of that alliance. Are you concerned about this? Attorney APRC executive contract sign, agreement was signed. APRC the supreme leader warning a breakup wave faction. Is this going to affect NPP?
Hello, back in the first place. NPP win tale already. But in the bemen for men kumayata wala mnyintiko asat now. Nta si men for no anim men se tonya ya no. APRC is in alliance with NPP, not any other party. Because the APRC clear to the banko kang APRC le executive ya announce le and no there is no body as important as the executive of the party in any
Jame is more important than all of them in the party because
that's your opinion and I cannot prove that. And secondly, any factor so the Jame is not in good time with these people. Yes.
Ningo NPP Adama Barolo. Ningo NPP Adama Barolo.
Is the leader.
Ningo UDP
is the leader.
Ningo BDOS Halifa Salom and Halifa Sal. Jang, you know one thing about African politics and Gambian politics. The party
Yalo what mela kumakuntu na diamote jamfalaje because unless not clear evidence sort of call Jame enough. But as long as more long, because Maninko ko I know. Honey newspaper le ka fengul safe
honey I'm working newspaper
mbe wala newspaper ka fengul safele paper sol ka fengol safela and journalist sol ka fengol fole na mutu kumpane ko. Anyway, they apologize for it.
Okay.
So as a result, man tangible evidence sodombulo kono follow and empirical evidence watambul follow. I'm trying to tell you no.
Okay.
Unless I get the empirical evidence in my hand.
Okay. I can confidently tell you that the breakaway faction is partnering with Ganu Party of Seftijan Haidara. That I can confidently say. And I hope by the time this interview is aired,
Yalo, let me tell you one thing.
Been evident.
The parties you are talking of, Yalo, kuma kilimba man ninkolu ko. Nimmea yati ne kolingudun samola. Meya, comme subuku yati ne kolingudun samola.
Ha.
Ebe mela lori ne dafa na kurundu kadita samo busandi no.
Ita samo busandi no la.
Ita samo busandi no la. So nyimpati ringul mene kasawun saunte na ata sainteng. But party, I mean, Setijan la party and all those parties, party le memantam video global. No ko ka banko yini. So, melta video global fani nola. No ko ka banko yini. I mean, they are just a laughing stock. I mean, Nina taji be bake. Party jelle mu Gambia no yalon kukilina kadamolla. I don't know if I understand. In fact, what I would say, when I want to talk about the intellectual distinct group, and then Barimba Gambia to our Karanal, Kula Katawal. William Donko, Sim bring, President Adambaro Kata President, Mobes Keno President, Lawalmbe Nankolo, or bring coalition or Mole Minister, Yasoto, Mobes Keno Minister Lalingambore. Well, I mean, party law beti tende. Can you imagine party muang anim feng? Banko dang obedo yari nyame olbe party yolo. O party muang nim feng olu niya be kibe hanibi. Ye kilim la kilin na manifesto la. Do man la dola. Anda tuluka lefta o banko le develop la. Manifesto je la savta Gambia. Come on, Fatou, this is very pathetic, man. And you can't understand what toko. Ni mol man banko la interest at heart. Parti muang anim feng dolu fangoy parti yolo hanibi ima inaugurate no ila launching fa mankeno I register the party muang ni feng register the jelle launching ke. How many days to elections?
It's a lot of concern for
these people are not serious, my friend. Andi Fatou dolu be nyino no mako nin coalition no be kala ngana nganda bulaje ni nganda bulaje mfana lota je mfana place soto.
That's
wole be place ko wolte bankoto nte be bankoleto wala yatina membe mbulunka bondinka ka politikoto. Can you imagine the incumbent government of the day? I am telling you konkanna kodol keje pour na pati wetanya because nga feel ko ni o pati yo kanyeta abanke ko abe adam barole mako ela hanire abe Gambia sambala nyato soma hanne atana nte fata ala benjola wala because na mambari balon nako mama e fenne de danyim banko kanjam pour banko de da ndingul balon nal ko muna mum fala contribution to jim banko ka. So it doesn't mean that only to be in government, that is the time you can be able to contribute. That's not it. We always ask ourselves, what can we do for our nation? Not what the nation can do for us. Quote unquote. Barack Obama.
Thank you.
Or JFK, if I'm right. Yeah, John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
This is it. Antifatu. And the Pruka long control the election of win is very simple. It's very simple. Mr. Carla menja qualify. Yes. No. Adu nyi celebration no. Nyi celebration no. Mbenyi fole abitala for April ballot. April ballot, that's where the tsunami will come. And we will sweep another pool again.
Wow.
This is it.
In the local government.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Uncle Lamin. Kashadiata, content abake. Jenny kata, ila final message, ila famula for la Gambia no le minbeji bela Gambia and in diaspora.
Lafta men for la Gambia no le in the first place, pro mampisale na diaspora mol nye be konton, particularly very na diaspora executive members, Lamin S. Demba, the chairman and the team, Sweden, Mama Kadi Bajo and the tenant Nyolu. I mean, you come to France, of course, na alfa almen beje maninela, Lamin Suara Keba Nyolu, I sat Silla Nyolu, Lamaro Nyolu, Mbe Alfa Albe Kondonda Brazil, you got Ansumana B. Tunkara and others. Then you come to UK, Makinte Nyolu, Mbalbe Kontona, you go to Saudi Arabia, fase ku Toure nyolu I mean USA passé ku Kujabi Musu Drame nyolu Bakari Jaju nyolu be mol be kontonna and then kanyi tandi mol be lako you go to Denmark Usman Sawane nyolu Germany Lamin Arda nyolu Safian Toure nyolu anyway nte mo be I mean Italy you have Salu Kemo Baro nyolu I mean Kaba Kebe nyolu you got people like Moro Kijera nyolu Italy mbe mo be kontonna dal momo nabe NPP kaba fati ba kaba fati nyolu mbe mol be kontonna but what is important one important message mbe obe di la Gambian olla wala mnyinti ko nyim pati yo membe lota amolu be ngaji ko koy good quality sotole mo ken dollel muyti la tanyum banko marala woto nabe wanyama soma alabe banko di la menna ntole mo wala ntole kanna foro lake of course inshallah this 5 in December on the 5th Adam Barrow will emerge the winner but momo ni be banko nyinola isi Cairo preach isi Cairo fo isi kuma kendo fo warante day because men ka fitno preach banko me te koy bamar le ka fitno inten wo banko e ntama amire wo banko kan and secondly be nyanta kala kuma kende fo lalti because womu kila la yamarolti bari birin tol muslimo to man kana yuminu billahi wal yawmil akhir falyaqul khairan aw liyasmut kila ko nimmo mo lata alala nin la kara lorum isi kayra kumo fo dala warante ye day so alqur'ano fane yamar wala nyama kote ko ntol alabuka suwandale fenna comme ngabuka ku kaliye sone andale ka kaliye fo me yalon ko atoli ya nyinale fawliye woto nimba nyinen diro kala nga kayra ku wanyinen faye nga kayra ku mo fon faye nga bode fitnola alqur'ano e yamar fitnola le ko al fitna asaddul min al qatl ko fitnola ma sibo warta faroti wota yara fan fitna wulindila ka ta fa fitno kana wuli wala sone yata fitnola wulindode muslimo le lonna ba do sota ko sanji taworowla mansa jawoben kunto wala fisata suta kilim mansanta yati because suta kilim mansanta yasi mo fondino kujama la niya a calculate niya check baka ala kumonye niya janjang ya tente hikma membe sot la kon woto alinga tara nga kuma ken dol fo nang alfal be ngi be bunya fo UDP NPP NRP GDC ñu be ma alfal lati niya je kila e mol yamar kon kana jalangol neng ako because nali jalantiyo la jalangol ne balla ala nenna altol dunna ala buñatal woto mo woli fata nandroma ke isuti nandirla kumol bandata bulu alin nin kuwali na men satin nan sinna patiyo fenkeno andu nabota je so man da mal sikeno gambianol tinga kacano nga nyojeno and like nga hadama yano politiko PPP ni NCP la folota la jam waton tol mawulu nata wuluta ko ngi taraje yena bona o kota kate ko pati kota ngulu nata kunun ntol ben UDP la bimbe NPP so ma who knows dunia mu hakilolati mune kumma yata wala mnyinti ko ni momo gambiano la muite andi kanna kumo moy ya stop kamolu nen ni kake ni bukake kana dunje nen duro man nafa soto momo yela alfal bunya kana wande alfal nen momo kuluta men kumma yata be wande alfal bunya la in fact ni telefta mo le ko lu nen ite amrete bol soto la ibe sola nin tala pour ñe sobo de kantene ite bente soto la nyaadi at the end of the day men kumma yata be ko be Gambia la marala nin Gambia mbe wala kanu otonte menje je nga nyoya yamare ku nga diamu kuke nga kuma kendo fo nyoye memba banko sambala nyato Gambia la deda wala mun na so mati la baraka
barka wake oncle contente wake ka chadiata NPP mol alkana na oncle alkana mbadi kinye am pataki yalo ko jati no dina ko ala jaw jani ka fuye
nkana mfatu koma mbatu mbafole na sai mfala bitala redi
ani nata kanada ndio ko kule keno woni maja
ade fatu kana okete tamfa konto ino gate tamfa konto thank you so much absolutely abaraka baka ala baraka alfana ala doku wani nyata be Gambia journalist sol be konto na ala doku wani nyata la lakata bal blame la wata bayla bal blame la bari hadama dingo I mean you have to be professional and I know you people are professional because metal follow la brim binte atolla manninkol ko ni meta kolon dala julo ke tarajele. Imagine bring GRTS.
Yeah.
I mean, aliya katale. And no, definitely, without you people, so I mean, we cannot underestimate or underrate you people. So Allah role is very important. Every political party needs you.
Yeah.
We need
and
you
we need them too. And we need them too.
Absolutely.
Because it will, you know, so call for Molly. I tell my team, we need the politicians. They need us, but we need them. Because for us to be balanced, we need all the political parties on our platform. So that's why we try to have a good relationship with all the politicians. But like you said, to improve upon our shortcomings and continue to give our viewers the best of what they deserve, because our role is very critical in this country.
Very critical. And one important message, BJ, I didn't tell them. Next 5 years. PPP bendolle kang. Ye banko mara 30 years. APRC bentollel kang. Ye banko mara 20 years. Ndol fana mara 5 years. I mean ni ajibe. Eton toliano le no lal dam mala kafta nyoma. So experience bembulu no lal dam mala kafta nyoma so mbas mbano lale. But remember manna. The devil, you know, they said is better than the angel you have never seen. So, one of the angels that we have never seen. Ni wol nata. Wrong. Alimbe kafunyoma nga make sure that ko nga understand noje. Ano already nga fo ene Allah fenkol ko nyaade ko toka bunare ne. Subahe. Hey. Aha. Science and tech. According to the survey, muneketa.
Okay. Thank you
very much. Thank you so much, Abarakabake. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Uncle Lamin. Content about the NPP mode. Akakal badi will kill you now. Let's have been begging in car, mining in car. Akakal badi will. Lamin Estemba. Next time, don't send my relatives to the show, please. But appreciate Uncle Lamin. Thank you very much for coming. And good night to you all. See you next week with another party from the Diaspora. Good night to you all. Bye-bye.
Better and stronger as the sole ground operator at the Banjul International Airport. With an expansion in travel services, customers are assured of GIA's capacity to cater for all their travel needs, provided by professional, experienced, and ever-smiling staff. GIA's Hajj package and services, by far the best in the country, give the customers the opportunity for a memorable Hajj experience. For a more efficient cargo services, GIA means business as it launches its new multi-million-dollar ultra-modern cargo complex to revitalize and stimulate air transport. GIA, the pride of the Gambia.
Gamcel data, now even better. Enjoy 20% extra data on all Gamcel data bundles. Buy 20 megabytes and get extra 4 megabytes. Buy 50 megabytes and get extra 10 megabytes. Buy 100 megabytes and get extra 20 megabytes. Any amount of Gamcel data bundle you buy, you will receive 20% extra data for free. Dial *302* data amount hash or go to your Yaiborom menu and choose your data bundle now. Gamcel data is fast, lasts longer, and very reliable. Gamcel Yaiborom.